I wanted to post a short video. I've had a couple questions about some calculations related to degrees, minutes, seconds, and I wanted to mention a couple of ways that you can go about computing in degrees, minutes, seconds. So the first way is I'll show you how to do it sort of like the hard way, which is by hand, and then the other is utilizing your Casio. And so on some of the later problems in the assignment, you need to manipulate things in degrees, minutes, seconds. And so just to answer a fundamental question, let's say we have compute the cosine of, and I'm just going to make up an angle. Let's say it's 47 degrees, 12 minutes, and 13 seconds. Again, just completely making that up. So I had a student say, basically that the manipulation in degrees, minutes, seconds is the part that's a little tough. Okay, so there's a couple of ways of going about this. Option one is the hard way, is what I would say, which is convert to decimal degrees. Okay, and so what that means is that if you have 47 degrees, 12 minutes, 13 seconds, what that means is you have 47 degrees plus you have 12 minutes, but then you need to convert that into seconds, and the way that you do that is you say that there's 1 minute, 1 degree per 60 minutes. So what that means is the minutes will cancel and you'll be left with degrees plus, and then 13 seconds, and you'll say there is 1 degree in, okay, and so the number that goes on the bottom, there's 60 minutes and 1 degree and 60 seconds and 1 minute. So it would be 60 squared or 3,600 seconds, okay? And so when we chug that out, what we get, and I've got here a little calculator pulled up here, I have 47 plus, and I have 12 over 60, and then over here plus 13 over 3,600. So I press enter, and I get 47.2036 degrees. And then what I can do is say, therefore, the cosine of 47 degrees, 12 minutes, 13 seconds is the cosine of, we'll say, 47.2036 degrees, although that, rounds out a bit, that trails out. And then just the cosine of my answer comes out to 0.67, 9395, etc. Okay, so that is one way of doing it, and the other, another way of doing it, there's multiple ways of doing this, but another way of doing it is to just use the Casio. Okay, and so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to clear this Casio out. And if you recall on the Casio, above, so it's above the E and G button, there's this degrees, minutes, seconds button. So what I can do is I can say 47, 12, 13, press enter. And then what that does is that enters that data in degrees, minutes, seconds. You can also just press the degrees, minutes, second button again, and it will actually convert that into degrees, minutes, seconds. So as you hit that button over and over again, you can see it's recognizing that data both in degrees, minutes, seconds format and in decimal degree format. And so you can see I have that entered, and then just cosine answer, get the same thing. So what you can do is you can say cosine of, and basically what happens is the input looks like this on the Casio. That's, what those squares look like. So if I repeat this over here, cosine 47 degrees, 12 minutes, 13 seconds, you can see that same input And again, I get the same answer, 0.679395. And again, what I'll say is I'll do my best to draw this out. So this is what the button looks like. And so it's, right there. And it's above the ENG button. And just make sure that, so one thing that, if I remember, that can cause a problem. So if you do 47, 12, and do 13, if you do that, the calculator gets angry. And the reason why is you have to have an indicator after every digit. Okay. So 47, 12, 13. So if you do 47, 12, 13, this will cause an error. And so the reason why is because you need this. Okay. If for some reason you have an angle that looks like 57 degrees 0 minutes, like 34 seconds, make sure that you enter that 0. So 57 0. You can do 0 or 0 0. It doesn't matter. So 57 0 34. Make sure that you handle that. Okay, so I hope this helps. If you have any questions, make sure you message me on Teams or email, and I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can.